Hey everyone, welcome to my latest model build. I know I've never posted a build on my channel before, but I wanted to show you guys a new project that I'm starting. As you can see here, it's just right now a whole bunch of pieces. But what these pieces will build when they're done is this. This is, now I'm probably going to butcher this name, so if I do, I'm sorry. I'm going to go with Pros because I wasn't sure how to say it. Engine shed. Now this kit comes unbuilt, unpainted, and you have to do everything except for the hard parts, which is assembling these doors right here. That's already all assembled. But everything else comes unpainted and you have to do everything from scratch. So far it's been a pretty good kit to build. I've had no problems with it, and there's a couple of things which I really love about it. The first thing I absolutely love is that they give you extra pieces. So if you lose, break, or make a mistake like I did with these grates, for example, see how you can right there you can see this grate stuck together, and I've tried to separate it, but I used a little bit too much paint and it got stuck together. So again, beauty of this kit is they give you extra pieces. So if you make a mistake like this, you don't have to worry about it. Now they don't give you a lot of extra pieces, but they give you at least 2 or 3 of each one that's critical, like for example this grate, and then there's a whole bunch of these little grates that are going to go on the roof. So there's a bunch of extras there. They also give you some extras right here. These are the steps for the steps. These are the individual steps right there. Now they give you 2 extras. I didn't realize this when I started building it, that there were extras, so I painted everything until I started to count them, and I was like, wait a minute, I've got a few extras, so no need to paint them. Just hold on to them. Like for example, like I just showed you that one piece that's down here somewhere. See, you inadvertently can lose it just that simply. So it's a great thing to have some extra pieces, lose, break, paint it incorrectly, or you want to change it. So they give you a lot of extra pieces. Well, not a lot, but enough. That way, in case you make a mistake, you're good. Now these stairwells, they come unpainted, and they're just a gray color. And I decided to go with a black railing, a yellow railing, and everything else is black. Now I have my lovely wife to thank for all the yellow paint on the things you guys are going to see. She did this for me because she's got a very steady hand, and I'm very happy that she did it. Over the Christmas time, we built a few things together, and I said, you know what, I'm going to buy this engine shed and we're going to build it together, and she was all in. So very happy about that. The next thing that I'm going to show you guys is the controls. Because as I was stating before, there's some really cool things. Like I was saying, the first thing was the extra pieces. The next thing is these doors right here, they go up and down with this control. So while it's sitting on the layout, you can just press it up and the door will go up, press it down, the door will go down, or leave it right where it is to keep it in a certain spot. The other thing which is great is the doors are adjustable. Now I wanted to show you guys where the screw is on the doors, but it's a little bit difficult because I don't want to try to push these doors down. I'm sure I could get them down, but I'm just being very careful with it. This is the portion of the kit which your doors right here can go up and down. And they look terrific, you guys. They look real from the outside. Now these right here, these yellow painting, that doesn't come that way. They come gray, just like this. And I decided to paint it yellow because I really liked the box when I saw it. So I decided to try to keep it as close to the box as possible. I didn't do a lot of weathering because I like my buildings to look like they're in great shape. That's just how I am with my layout. Everything kind of looking, even though it's used, but very well maintained. Here is what it looks like on the inside. Everything is already pre-wired. This wire is going to connect to your control panel, and then let's move this aside so you guys can see everything else that's in there. Here's all the wiring, all the controls. You got 2 little motors, one on either side, so that way it goes up and down. And I was really excited to see this kit, and I was even more excited when it finally came in because it's not a hard kit to build. If you guys have done some building before, it shouldn't be too hard. You can detail it any way you want. The instructions are pretty good. There are walkways on the inside of the engine shed that look like this. And like I said, the yellow was done by my wife. She did a wonderful job. This is the color that it will come in. In fact, that's what all the pieces look like before they're painted, is this wood color right here. The exterior is right here. This is the front door. So this is this section right here. And these light housings literally just pop in. You do not have to glue them, but I do plan on gluing them because I don't want this thing to be on the layout and then I got to climb up on top of it because one of the light housings fell out. The lights that you're going to get look like this. So what you're going to do is you're going to just stick them in one at a time like that, and then the housing will direct the light down. Now, they don't really give you specific instructions on how to attach these to the back of the wall. And here's what the back looks like. So your doors are going to go right in here, so that way they're guided up and down. I painted it a gray color. They don't really say how you should attach the lights to the back right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use some double-sided tape, because in case these ever blow out and I need to replace them, it would be a lot easier to take it off than to use the Gorilla Glue that I've used to build everything else. Like, for example, I use Gorilla Glue on the stairwells. So if I use Gorilla Glue on those lights and put it on here, they might not come off, and if I have to replace them, it's going to be a real pain. So that's probably the way I'm going to do it. I'm going to show you guys some other pieces real fast. They're a little bit big, so I might not be able to get them in the shot completely, but this is the roof. And I painted it gray, both sides. Now, the one thing I was noticing as I was reading through the instructions is probably the best thing to do is leave this roof so that way it's detachable. And obviously, since I haven't finished building yet, I'm not sure how that's going to work, but as I'm going along, I'm going to see if there's a way so I can leave it. That way I can lift it off in case one of my engines ever gets stuck. I can just stick my hand in there. Plus, it'd be nice to see all the details. So that's the roof. Now, there is no base. If you guys want to build a base for it, you can. I'm probably not going to build a base. What I'm going to do is use either some Homosote or some foam on the layout itself. That way I can build it up so that way the tracks are covered. That's my plan right now, but we'll see. If that doesn't work out, then maybe I'll put a base on and we'll go from there. Now, the exterior looks just like this. Again, I've painted everything. Everything comes in that wood color that I was showing you a moment ago. And for this color, all the paint that I used is this paint right here. It's by Craftsmart, and I picked this up at Michael's. This is actually called red brick. And that's one coat. The thing which ended up coming out great is you can see some of the bricks are a little bit darker than others, which makes it look real. And I like that idea. I didn't want this to look like a toy, which is the reason why I decided to get rid of the MTH engine shed. It was really kind of toy looking, where this looks a little bit more realistic towards the engine shed and towards some of the other buildings that I'm going to have on the new layout. So that's the exterior right there, and here are your vents, your holes for your light housing. And then you've got these doors, which I decided to paint green, and you'll have a double door there and a single door here. And for the interior detailing, they give you a lot of stickers, so you can pretty much put whatever you want on there. Here you go. Here's some of the decals. Ah, and there's the piece right there that we were talking about before that I almost misplaced. So there's the decals. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, but once I start putting it together and seeing how it looks, that's when I'll make my decision as to what's going to go where. Again, I'm trying to stay away from the toy look. I want it to look a little bit more realistic. On the inside here, I decided to put an American flag. This is the back wall. And if you guys look, in the instructions, they give you some ideas of what other people did with theirs, so you can get an idea of what you can do with yours. So I took some of the ideas that I saw, like right here, this guy, he's got an American flag, which I thought was really cool, so I did that. He did an outline in blue, which I haven't done that. I'm probably going to put something on the rear wall as kind of a caution that you're getting close to the wall. If you were driving a train in there, you want to make sure you don't hit the wall. That's one idea. And then if you look right here, you can kind of see what this would look like if it were unpainted. It looks like this guy just took it and put it together. Let's see if I get a little bit closer for you guys so you can see. Now obviously the doors don't come painted white, but it gives you an idea of what the kit would look like if it were unpainted. Even the windows are black. Now my windows, I'm going to show you in a second, they're white. Now here's another idea of what it looks like when it's finished with the lights on. So you've got the lights like I showed you before. You've got 2 LED strips, which are peel and stick. Oh, that fell. And they'll go in this housing. Now I haven't put the back on yet, or the side, because my theory is it'll be a little bit easier to put these in like so if I don't have this edge on. Now I'm sure it's not going to be hard, but I'm just trying to do it as easy as possible. I want to make sure everything is completely straight. And the other thing is, when you line this up, you can kind of see when it's completely flat how it sticks out just a little bit right at the end. Now I'm sure I could trim that off, but what I'm thinking is I might just angle it a little bit to have as many lights as possible, because I really want the interior to be bright and shiny and be able to see everything in there. So that's the LED strips. These are the lights which go on the side of the building. And again, with these, probably going to use double-sided tape. And then this right here, let's turn this over. This will be the exterior detail that will go around the edges to make it look like it's got some brick edging that's been painted or colored, or maybe they used different type of cement bricks for it, who knows. But what I tried to do with this is I left certain areas not completely painted. Like if you look right here, you can kind of see it's not perfectly painted. I did that on purpose. I wanted a little bit of a weathered look, like I was saying before, but nothing that has been, you know, unkept or not maintained well. And these also, you've got 4 of these, one for each corner of the building, and they're peel and stick as well. So that shouldn't be too difficult. And lastly, these are the structures which are going to hold up the lights on the inside of the building. You can see right here, let's put them together. Right here is where these will go. So these are going to hold the light fixtures up. And again, my lovely wife painted the bottoms yellow for me. And guys, I think that's about it. If you're interested in this kit or you have any questions, let me know. I really like it so far. If you guys decide to get it and you want to know what colors I used, I'll be happy to go over each color with you. They're right there. I'll zoom in a little bit. And like I said, I got these from Michael's. Very inexpensive, probably about 75 cents each. And I bought way too many because I wasn't sure how much paint they was going to use. But for 75 cents, how can you go wrong? I got at least 2 or some 3 of each one. And that's about it. I want to say welcome to all my new subscribers. I hope you guys enjoy the channel. This is the first build, if you will, on the channel. And that's really about it. Any questions you guys have, please leave them in the comments section down below. Thank you to all my returning subscribers. It's because you all guys, every one of you guys at this channel is even here. So I want to thank everybody for always watching and commenting, and let me know what you guys think about this kit. I'm looking forward to finishing it and showing you guys the finished product. Thanks again.